Hey everybody, and welcome to video one, why brand and why brand now? This, for me, is an exciting topic, and this is the place to start. We're gonna jump into the more tactical stuff in videos to come, but I think that the most important thing that I can share with you right now is that building a brand has never been more important and has never been more accessible to every single person, whether you're watching this from a small town in South America, or whether you're watching this here in New York City where we're filming, or whether you're watching this in Europe, Africa, Australia, wherever you are in the world. This is the time to build a brand. This is the most important time to start investing. So in this video, I really want to talk to you about the 5 reasons that building a brand today is essential. So before I jump into the 5 reasons why building a brand is important and essential and the thing that you need to be doing today, I want to just tell you a quick bit about my story. I'm a normal guy, born and raised in the middle of America in a state called Illinois, in a city called Peoria. For international friends that are watching, that's basically 3 hours south of Chicago. And just had a great upbringing. I was an athlete. My whole world was sports. My whole world was football. My whole world was leadership within an athletic team. And then my athletic journey ended when I had a series of very intense concussions. The neurologist basically told me, son, you made a good decision by quitting today because you were 1 concussion away from being completely brain dead the rest of your life, which was scary. And in that moment, my world ended. It was all I knew. It was the thing that I did. I was an athlete. But in retrospect, that was kind of the blessing in disguise because my world got bigger. I went on to teach for AmeriCorps, then I went on to law school in New York City. After graduating law school in New York City, I worked for Mike Bloomberg, who was the mayor of New York City, running his re-election campaign for volunteer recruitment in Northern Manhattan, then as a speechwriter, and then I moved to San Francisco and started my own business, communications and digital media company 5 years ago, almost 5.5 years ago at this point, where I was working with some of the biggest brands and the best executives in the world to help them tell stories in a way that motivated action. I think that if I were to summarize my career in one line, it would be I help people tell stories that sell. Whether that sale looks like an actual product, or whether that sale looks like something that you sell future employees in terms of the vision of your company to get people excited, or whether you're selling a foundation or some nonprofit that you want to fundraise for. Everything has a story. So what I've been able to basically do really well is take a lot of information and synthesize what is the core, what is the message, what is the brand. And because of this, this normal guy from the middle of America, have been able to build a very successful brand that's led me to TED Stages twice. That's been the channel to writing for Forbes and Entrepreneur Magazine and Huffington Post. That's the reason that I've been able to build a successful digital media agency. That's the reason that I get to speak on stages around the world as a keynote speaker. But I'm not even telling you all these things to brag about myself. That actually was pretty uncomfortable for me to do just now. I'm telling you that because I have done it all in the back of branding. I've seen certain things that really work when it comes to branding, whether it be for myself or for my Fortune 500 clients or for startups that are in the Valley or for my international entrepreneurial clientele. Everything, my friends, is brand. So before I jump into the 5 reasons that I promised you on this video, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about who am I and why am I talking to you. You're gonna get a lot of information from me in the upcoming videos, some about my personal journey and my personal success. Other stories are gonna be about other people's success, but rest assured that every single thing that I say to you in this course, in these upcoming videos, has been tried and tested and proven and true. So let's jump into the 5 reasons that it is critical that you build a brand today. Reason number 1, brand is a long-term play. Guys, the reason most of you will fail if you fail in the branding game is a couple of different things. Number 1, you're gonna go in for the sale too early. You're not gonna add the value that's necessary to build yourself as a credible, trustworthy person. You're gonna be seen as a spam bot, the person that's building a brand to make a sale. You don't wanna be that person. So you wanna see the brand as a long game play. The first part of that long game play is value, 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 then an offer. Value, 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 then an offer. It's got to be exponentially tilted value, offer, value, offer, right? That's the first part. The second part is you will want things too fast. I see this all the time with my clients, even if they're big name clients. They want to see their Instagram following grow rapidly. They want to see their Facebook numbers grow rapidly. They want to see the sales coming in from pull marketing rapidly. Guys, patience is super important when you're building a brand. Brand is a long-term play. I buy Nike shoes. I wear Nike shoes. I think Nike is a great example because Nike has never once made me a sale in a banner ad or spammed me an email. They just built really great brand equity. They built really great brand awareness. Just do it, motivational. It made me feel like I could do anything. That's why I buy it. They weren't shoving their shoes down my throat. They were shoving motivation down my throat, and it's something that I resonated with. So you have to keep in mind, it's a long game. Be patient, add value. That's number one. Reason number two to build a brand today is brand is social currency. It's just the truth. Whether you're an employee looking for a new job, or whether you're brand new to the job market looking for a new job, or whether you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or an executive in an existing thing, everybody is going to look at your brand to see what you stand for, to see how you create content, and to see how that content is aligned with the things that you say is important to you. Think about it. Even in the dating world, guys, when you connect with a girl or a guy in a bar, you say, hey, what's your Instagram? The first thing that you do when you go home is you look through and see what that person is about on their Instagram page. The same is true in the professional world. I talk to HR reps across the board. I talk to entrepreneurs across the board. They're all saying the same thing. The first thing they look at is social. So you are building a brand. The things that you are saying and the things that you are not saying is all building your social currency. It is the future. It is the resume of the future. It is the sales deck of the future. It is the pitch deck of the future. It is everything about everything. Brand is currency in the social and professional world. Number three, brand is job security. Guys, it is now, right now is the time that you should start thinking about job security. Right now is the time that you should start thinking about your brand. Even if you have no brand or if you have a brand that you want to elevate, it is the only way to guarantee yourself job security. The platforms that I'm about to talk to you about will all change. The things I'm about to give you as world-class information that is the driver behind brand today will change. But if you view those platforms as the thing that elevates you so that people can learn who you are and that you start to build your brand, then all of a sudden you have job security because you're no longer reliant on what is Facebook's algorithm or Instagram's algorithm or how many subscribers I have on YouTube. You have literally been able to build a brand up around you as a person, around Brian, around your company, around whatever it is, and that's the only way to have job security. The market's always changing. Employers are letting people off. If you've depended on hanging your hat on one platform, Facebook, Instagram, or one employer, Bloomberg or HSBC, and you think that that is what's giving you job security, you're living a delusional life. The only thing that's giving you job security, the only way to have any sort of established thing that you can fall back onto is building a brand. So please do it now. Number four, now it is better than ever to turn yourself into a person/company/professional, media company. I'm gonna go into a lot more about that in an upcoming video, but you need to start seeing yourself as a media company. You are no longer just Brian, the person that works as a CEO of a digital agency. It's now Brian, the public relation agent for myself using Facebook and Instagram. It's Brian who has a radio show on a podcast. It's Brian who has a TV show on a YouTube station. It's Brian who has a publishing company and Medium and LinkedIn and my blog. Everything. You can hit people with content on many, many different areas. So think of yourself as a media company. The best thing about the best media companies that you know, the New York Times, Forbes, all these media companies, they're hitting you with video, they're hitting you with written, they're hitting you now with audio, they're hitting you here, they're hitting you there, they're hitting you everywhere. You want to strike as a media company as well. And number five, you are already a brand. And this goes hand in hand with a lot of the stuff that we've been saying so far. You, my friend, are a brand already. Everyone is judging you, everyone is looking at you, everyone is checking out your LinkedIn and checking out your online presence. Everyone is making decisions about you as a leader, as an entrepreneur, or as an employee based on your current brand, what you're saying and what you're not saying. So let's start saying stuff. Thank you for checking out video one. I'll see you in the next video where we're gonna talk about how do we start to craft what that brand looks like for you.